Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel and we are back with Football Manager 2020 and Music in Motion with Nashville SC, and we take on Colorado Rapids today. We're at home. We aren't playing at Nissan Stadium, which is where they should be playing, but we're still at First Tennessee Park, so I don't know if that's something I've done wrong or something the game's done wrong. But yeah, we're still at First Tennessee Park, 10,000 seats, so we haven't moved to Nissan Stadium. We're not playing there at all. Not sure why, but that's what's happening. But Colorado Rapids today, and hopefully we can get some sort of result. Last episode we did lose 3-1. We did have a bit more success off camera. I'll show you those goals shortly. But yeah, last time we had our first MLS fixture. We lost 3-1 against New York Red Bulls. Finley and Romero Gamara with the goals in the first half. We did get a goal back about an hour in, but then the antics of Joe Willis meant they got a third goal. Off screen, we played 4 matches. The first one was a draw. We recorded our first point, and it was away against Montreal Impact. So it's a good point away from home. It's a long way to travel all the way up to Canada. So I'm satisfied with the point. And it was David Beckham getting our goal, and it was inside 8 minutes. So a nice early goal for us. And we held on for a lot of the game, like lots of shots for Montreal, 10 shots on target. And it did take until the 90th minute for them to actually equalise. And it was Safir Taida who got the goal. And some recognisable players from Montreal. I mean, Taida, someone that I think I recognise. They got Victor Wanyama and they got Bojan as well. So, you know, some players in there that, you know, you may recognise. Then we did get our first win of the league against LA Galaxy, a team that's had a very slow start to the campaign. This was their 3rd league defeat in a row, and they hadn't scored a goal, so not great by them. We did get the 1 goal from Anibal Godoy on 73 minutes, not long after coming on. He'd only been on about 10 minutes, replacing Ben Marshall. It was our only shot on target, but, you know, we did have a good few key passes, and, you know, we defended pretty well. We got a clean sheet, so I'm pleased with that. Might be some different players we're seeing in there. Hinman is someone that we picked up as a waiver, so I'll show you him in a minute. It was a bit more disappointing away against Real Salt Lake. It was a 1-0 loss, and it was a Kisaweta who got the goal for Real Salt Lake just 2 minutes before half time. We had possession, but we didn't really do too much with it. We struggled to create chances. We got a couple, Arriaga and Garza, creating them, but couldn't quite finish them off, and other than that, it was a quiet game for us, so not great here. But again, it was away from home, so, you know, I would have liked to draw, but it's our second defeat. But then, easily our best performance so far, a 2-0 home win against Seattle Sounders. Very good performance here, and Seattle did well last season. I think they got to the final of the MLS Cup, where they lost to New York Red Bulls. And we beat them 2-0 with 2 second half goals. One from Randall Leal, who has had a bad start, but came off the bench and got the goal there. And then it was Christian Ferreira, our loanee from River Plate, getting the second goal. That was on the 84th minute. So a great performance here. Like, they were very poor, Seattle. I mean, they had a lot of shots, but a lot of them were from range. We created a number of chances. Very impressive performance here against Seattle Sounders. So we played 5 games and we sit in 8th place in the Western Conference with 7 points. There are a few teams that have played, you know, some more games. Some teams on 7 games, some teams on 6. So we can at least try and make up some ground on those guys. And we're playing on the Sunday, so we could jump potentially up to 5th if we get a win here against Colorado. So Emerson Hinman was one of the players waived by another side. They failed to make the squad for Atlanta United, so that meant that they were available for selection by another side. So we've basically taken control of that contract from Atlanta. So Hinman is one of our players, and, you know, he's a central midfielder and he's pretty good. He's played 3 starts, and yeah, I was impressed with how he did, and he's got a 6.93 in those 4 games. So we picked him up as a waiver. We did also briefly have Carlos Fierro in, a Mexican striker who last played for Cincinnati. He didn't make the squad for them, so he was also available on a waiver. We had him for less than a week, I'd say, but we couldn't quite fit him into the squad because it left us with 1 too many international players. And also, even if we'd used some of our allocation money to reduce the wage impact, we were still overspending on wages, and, you know, we couldn't quite meet that $82,000 salary cap. So we've had to leave Fierro. I've gone with him because I think he's a good midfield option. Fierro does look like a good striker, but we've got 3 forwards, so I hope we'll be okay. But, you know, if the option comes up in the future, we could bring him back in. But I say, he was with us for probably less than a week. One player that I didn't show you last time was Juan Felipe, a player that's going to be joining us on the 1st of May. We picked him up on a pre-contract from Bangu. He's a Brazilian. He's 32, but, you know, he's still good physically, 11 pace is okay, and, agile as well. And, he looks like a good central attacking midfielder. So he's going to come in on the 1st of May. So hopefully we'll be able to add him to the wage bill. That might mean either trying to sort out another international slot by trading or finding another way to do it. Either that or we get rid of one of our current internationals. Not sure who that would be. Maybe someone like Caicedo, who I looked at early on, but doesn't look like a great player for us. He's had 1 appearance from the bench and that's it so far. Okay, so with all that done, let's jump into the match then against Colorado Rapids. We are favourites for the game. We're at home and they are 2 points behind us. Both played 5 games. So avoid defeat here. We'll stay ahead of them and hopefully we can jump up a few places. We'll have to wait and see. Seattle have beaten Vancouver already. So if we can get at least a draw, then we will jump up to 6th. So that would be nice. And a win would see us go to 5th. We have no injury concerns, which is good news, but George Elliott, who is one of our young goalkeepers, is on international duty with the USA, the under-23s. That's good for him. And yeah, he looks like a good player, good young player. And, if Joe Willis isn't up to it, I've got no problem bringing in George Elliott in goal. So this is the team we're going to go with today. Joe Willis will keep his place in goal. And the back 4, we've got Greg Garza, Arriaga, Anibaba and Beckham. We do have Sanya on the bench. And, he's done okay. Beckham has done just as well, though. We're going to go with Beckham today. Dax McCarthy, our captain, is alongside Hinman in midfield. We've got the box-to-box and we've got Hinman as a roaming playmaker for now. David Beckham and Randall Leal are out wide. Leal played well off the bench against Seattle, so he's going to start today. Hani Mukhtar, not really gotten going so far, been pretty disappointing. He's behind Patrick Mullins. Actually, I'm going to go Ferreira over Mukhtar. Mukhtar's not done anything so far. He hasn't had a single goal involvement so far this season, so he's dropped today. He's on the bench. So we've moved from the gegenpress that we started off with. We've just gone with a control possession, pretty basic. We'll see how we go. Okay, let's have a look at Colorado's side there. And they've gone with a 3 at the back, fairly defensive. Is that K Kamara? Yeah, as a player I recognise. But it's a 3 at the back, so it's going to be difficult to break these guys down. But we played well against Seattle. Let's see if we can pick things up. Okay, we're underway. It's our first home game on camera. Of course, we were away against New York Red Bulls. So we'll see if we can get a result here in this home game. I mean, we haven't had a highlight yet. We've only got 10 minutes of the first half. We're having possession, but we've not created a single thing. Neither of Colorado, though. Are we going to have a highlight this first half? Oh, no, we're not. There's a highlight in the last seconds of the first half, and it's a header by Mullins, but it's over the bar. Well, save for a last-minute highlight, nothing else happened in that first half. It's 0-0, so we'll see if the second half's going to be any better. I'm not going to be so disciplined. We're going to try and focus play down the flanks, just to give them a little bit more creative freedom, maybe. Let's see if we can get a goal. We've got a corner to defend here, though. 4 minutes into the second half. It's headed away by Akam, only as far as Win. And here's Wallace for Colorado, playing in the almost claret and blue, almost like West Ham colours, aren't they? Header away by Anibaba. Here's David Akam, and he is dispossessed. But is he going to get the ball back? No, he's not. Here's Namli, and into Diego Rubio, to Torres, and Ford. Are they going to go long, or are they going to pass it along that back line? Okay, they go out wide. Here is Wallace. And Beckeles is hopefully going to stay with him, but it gets across the way and a header, and it's wide by Rubio. Okay, maybe not attacking. Let's try positive, just so we don't have a counter-attack to worry about. I'm going to just keep saying get creative. We've had more shots than them, but nothing massive's been created, really. 20 minutes to go. It's been a bit of a dull game. We're going to make some changes. Akam has not done too well, neither McCarthy. We're going to bring on Godoy, and we're going to bring on Mukhtar for the left. I really do have trouble, with that central attacking midfield. No matter what team it is, it's always been a problem position for me. We've got to throw in a good position here, though. Less than 10 minutes of normal time. Here's Emerson Hinman, and the cross has found Mullins. He's got it back, and the shot's deflected, and Mukhtar, and it's in, and Mukhtar gets the first goal of his season, his first goal involvement as well. In the 82nd minute, Mukhtar opens his account, and we lead 1-0. We've brought him on at the right time, it seems, and Hinman to Mullins. Leo got it back, and then Mullins went for a shot, was blocked, and then Mukhtar, the keeper, got a hand to it, but it went under him. Bit disappointing by the Colorado keeper there, Owen, but we are leading now. Let's go back to standard or balance. Now we've got a free kick not long after. It's Ferreira standing over this, and it's wide. Okay, with that lead, we are going to bring off Ferreira, And we're going to... We don't really have another midfield option, do we? Unless we maybe put Arriaga in defensive midfield and then bring on Nazaret. So we're essentially playing a back five. That'll be our third change. And again, we'll be a bit more disciplined. Just drop the lines back a bit and just try and defend this now. Slow pace down as well. Let's try and waste time. It looks like we're going to go do it. 4 minutes have been played. 6 minutes. And that's full time. We have our first win on camera. It didn't take too long. And they finished the match with 10 men as well because Namely got injured. But a 1-0 win. We haven't been fantastic so far. We had a decent performance against Seattle. But it's a win. It's 3 points. So that will, I think, put us up to 5th place. But we got the win. Pretty decent performance. No one really stood out. Mukhtar got the goal. That was it, really. McCarthy and Akam came off. And the substitutes were good, I guess. No, it's 3 points. I'm happy with that. I'm always going to be happy with 3 points, no matter what the performance. And as I thought, that has pushed us up to 5th place with 10 points from 6 games. That's actually a good start. You know, it wasn't great with the first game. We were losing against Red Bulls. But since then, we have picked up 3 wins out of 5. So I'm actually really impressed with that. Looks like Namely blew out his knee while sprinting, so he might be out for a while. He's on the disabled list, which means, I guess, if you've got long-term injuries, you put them on that list, and I don't think they count towards wages. I mean, if our attendance is 5,500, it's probably a good thing that we're not in Nissan Stadium, because how many seats does that have? It must be a lot. Nissan Stadium have 69,000 capacity. So, yeah, you know, we're not going to be selling that out anytime soon. But I think the USA national team might play some games there. We're not really sure. And I guess there's all these as well. But, yeah, I don't know why we're not playing there. I'm not sure if that's a thing on the game or something I've done. I've no idea. But, you know what? It's been a positive start to the season. We have had a couple of losses, but we've had some good wins as well. So coming up, we have got that double header against Vancouver, which we are going to do next time. We're going to play both games against Vancouver. So we'll have Los Angeles FC, FC Dallas, San Jose Earthquakes, and Minnesota United off camera. Another 4 games. I know we usually do 5, but seeing as, you know, these teams, we've never ever faced them on camera like this. We've never done this league. Only in friendlies have we ever faced these guys when we've been, you know, teams in Europe for those USA tours. So it's nice to see them, and we're going to see a lot more of them. We're going to see Vancouver twice next time. We've got 2 games against Vancouver, and we'll see where we stand after that. If we can stay in the top half, we'll be thrilled. Like, the board just want us to not finish bottom this season, which so far looks like something we can do. And then in terms of the media prediction, well, I think we're expected to be in the bottom half, but, you know, around mid-table. So, you know what? We're doing well so far. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below. Leave comments if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. And next episode, we'll have that double header against Vancouver, who so far have lost all 6 games. So hopefully they'll still be on that rut when we face them, and hopefully it'll be 6 points. We'll have to wait and see though. Hopefully it will be. But we'll have those 2 games next time. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.